and don't expect to, right? Like I said, right? When you go to eat any meal, whatever the meal is, you're eating things you were shown you could eat since you were a child that aren't really the problem, right? And you're blaming my weight, which is not about me, but the disability, right? And you don't want to hear what the real disability is. The weight is more muscular. I'm not just bigger, I'm muscular wise bigger too, right? It's again, if you were to see smaller Shane at 16 to 17, it ain't that I can't get back to that. It just would take a long ass time, right? A few years, maybe longer, maybe 10. Versus the Shane back then versus now, right? What kept me thin was I could run the mile in how long? 4 minutes, right? The whole time, every time I did PT, I did so well, they were just, right. My strong suit in the military was really more PT than the training because they weren't even bothering the training, right? Like I said, if you don't know what you're doing, all you can do is use what they gave you, right? If that's not enough, right, that's all you can do, right? All they gave me is some tools, a work card, right, and sent me on the job, so I tried to do what I could do with it, right? That's not all you can do, yeah. Unless they're wanting something else, I wouldn't give them either. And they're not going to admit to that. It's a crime. Oh, it's a crime. To admit to that. Why do people lie on people anyway, right? It's like the rumors, right? Right. You hear on the radio, the song, right? Why do you talk about someone behind their back? Because one, you want to do something with them they don't want to do with you, right? And then you're pretending they're stuck up, right? And everybody has a type of girlfriend too. Mine's really between Asian girl and a redhead, right? Does that mean, though, perfectly it has to be an Asian girl or a redhead? No, it can be a brunette. It can be any woman, right? It can be an African American woman, right? The thing I'm looking for, though, is someone to not just have sex with me, but stay with me, right? Because, see, if all you want is sex, I can do that with a bunch of women, not just you, right? Whole point there, too, right? Well, why should I be faithful to you if you just wanted sex with me and then you acting weird about getting married to me, right? When the Bible does imply that if you are going to have sex with someone, either stay with that person and try to make a lasting relationship, or don't, because when you do, you're going to make that person think you want more from them than you're willing to give them, right? If you're not ready to give it yet, don't even do it, right? Basically like that, right? Now, if I'm being sabotaged and I don't know what's all going on, I still don't know why. For instance, she didn't work out with me. I don't know what was the problem there, right? But by what I was telling her, I thought it was just the dream again, like with most of the churches I was going out to, right? Or me talking about getting her pregnant, or me talking about, right, normal things, right, with her, right? Or me sending her the Bible studies. Maybe she thought I was so religious that, right? And she didn't want to commit, right? I don't know anything other than what I really did to her either, which I never wrote her from the ship using a typewriter, which my shipmates could have. That's a hypothetical guess, right? But if they did and they know they did, they're going to be prepared for you to ask them about it. Sorry. It's called sabotage for a reason. If they know they wrote the letters and I do not, right? They did it based on something I told them about it myself, right? But I don't remember the conversation with him either, right? But whatever the conversation was, I was making the point. Your handwriting has to match my handwriting, right? When you're plagiarizing someone or writing a letter for someone, you have to write like I write. And I write odd. I don't write the same. 1 minute I might write big letters, small letters, or smaller letters. It depends, right? And you got to write like I write, right? You can't write differently than me if you're going to send someone a letter, right? Which is another way to forge someone's writing, right? Is to forge their handwriting, right? So that's the whole system. That's A to the Z, right? You got to forge there, right? Well, that means they're trying to do something to break up me and Gina. Because, see, at first they didn't even think she was a real woman. They didn't believe we hooked up, right?